Now when we are in the VRChat, we can go avatars and we see our uploaded avatars. Strayfer PC Good is the fallback avatar and the Strayfer Test 1 is the PC Medium that has the regular quest version, and this is probably the one that you would like to use as a regular avatar. And the fallback avatar, if you haven't already, show fallback avatar up here and choose fallback, and then you can just click whichever you want to choose and change into. And now anyone who has you either performance blocked or safety setting blocked, they will see those PC Good and the fallback version of the avatar. And as usual, you would open your Radial menu, and in expressions, you have a whole bunch of things that you can choose from. The orb is not much, I just kept it from the original design, and I was kinda planning to make it work like an orb, but that was way too difficult, and now it just remains of that. If anyone can find some use of it. And then we have the coil gun. The most complicated part, probably, because we have fishbone contacts, and this works only in some worlds where you can, with your index finger, left index finger specifically, you can press the button and it will switch this to safe, fire, and automatic, and then you can use thumbs up to shoot, and this would be full auto. Safe, nothing happens, and fire is semi-automatic, so it only shoots one. Fun little thing. Then you can disable audio if it gets annoying, and disable. And if some worlds doesn't have the cycle, you can also use the Radial menu to manually cycle it around. The next on the list we have clothing. You got your hood down, hood up, and cloak, which you can completely remove, and scarf arms. From these, they used to have seats, but because Index has had some major issues, that's a VRChat bug, where the Index user would completely get stuck for other players, so I ended up removing. I will see if I end up re-adding them later on. And you can do any pose with the scarf hands and scarf lock. And now you can use your regular hands without the scarf moving, and this is done with the estigatory constraints, which unfortunately are not on Quest yet. And the jumpsuit simply removes entirety of the suit, and the scarf arms are attached to the hood mesh, so they go all at once if you remove the cloak. And then we got appearance. And here you have you can adjust your pupil size, tiny, big, just like we did in Unity. You can disable cheek fluffs, and that's the cheek fluff, and hair. So now it looks a lot like Sphinx, surprisingly. And if you don't like the tail wag animation, that also can be disabled. And the feet spread. Actually, I will do this in sitting. It's the best way to see it, and you can close them and open them, and 50% is reset. Then we have limit gesture, where you, because on Index the resting and fist animation are the same, so you would be snarling all the time. You can adjust in the animator the settings however you would like, so. But by default, this is how I have set it up. And then last, you got colors. You can, the hood and the body color, you can cycle the color gradient. Pretty nice effect with CXS Toon Shader. And then you have saturation and brightness. So up and down is saturation, and left and right are brightness. Of course, you have your regular VRChat emotes. That's kind of broken. It didn't even finish the animation. But that's the end of the introduction of VRChat avatar Strayfer.